This is Rhododendron burivii. We've seen pictures on a presentation, but this is what it looks like. You get this rust-colored covering on the foliage, especially the new foliage. It does kind of wear off after a while. But on the underside, you can see it's got this rust color tomentose. Different than our Yacushamenum rhododendron for sure. The leaves are shinier too. You can see the veins are very prominent. But you have this amazing rust-colored covering. It's a beautiful plant. So here's a huge Arbutus unido, definitely not the compacta. And this is just outside the quad on campus. I'm going to get a little closer here. Look at that bark. Really beautiful. Not a lot of fruit on it right now, but most definitely Arbutus unido. I did want you to see all the little sprouts that are coming underneath it. I'm not sure if these are root sprouts or seedlings, but it's a whole bed of Arbutus unido. I know I've mentioned the Abelia between the quad and Denny Hall. This is a massive hedge that goes on for several feet. And this is Abelia X grandiflora. And the reason I know that is because the leaves are really quite shiny. So glossy Abelia is one of the common names. But if you remember, I mentioned that the remnant sepals on Abelia X grandiflora will be 5. If you had Edward Goucher, it would be 2. So you can see here are all the sepals. They hang on to them for quite a while. And they do get this reddish tinge when it starts to get cold. So the flowers would be white. In that same area across from the Abelia, we have Sarcococca confusa. Very mature, been here a good number of years. Hard in the airplane overhead. But you can see there's axillary flower buds. This is incredible when it blooms. So one of the plants we didn't get a chance to see was Viburnum X Brookwoodii, or Brookwood viburnum, in the Adoxaceae. And you can see all these yellow leaves on it. It's considered semi-evergreen, so it's not necessarily going to hold on to its leaves all winter. This one's okay. I saw one at CUH, is basically defoliated. But what you have, obviously opposite leaves, very shiny on the other upper portion, kind of gray and dull on the underside, and feels like sandpaper. But obviously opposite leaves. Beautiful plant when it's not shedding leaves. Okay, so what we have here is Trachelospermum jasminoides, or star jasmine, and it can take over. This is outside the quad, and you can see it's kind of wrapping itself around itself. This will definitely climb some poles. Not necessarily up a building, but it certainly will wrap itself around a pole or a tree. Here are some close-ups of the leaves. Okay, here we have it climbing up a pole. And it's changing kind of nice colors.